Listen up, cluckheads.
You're listening to Whiskey and Whine
With Rooster and
The Madman, where we talk about common sense, current events,
the Constitution and
morals, while comparing drinks of yesteryear to drinks of today.
So sit back, relax, leave us a comment.
Here comes Whiskey and Whine. Confessional booth, and then the priest looks down and goes, "What's that hole there?" And the priest goes,
"Oh my God!" Welcome back, cluckheads.
It's like a Tic Tac. It's so tiny.
Yeah, as I was saying, welcome back, cluckheads. You're listening to Whiskey and Wine, Rooster The Madman. You knew who we are, what we do.
The Constitution, common sense, current events, and morals.
Sometimes.
She and now in the morals defense, she obviously was walking into the room whenever that joke was.
Yeah, sometimes we can get away with one.
Yeah, just like whenever Shane goes, "Sure is dark in here." The Overlord just it's woo. What? No, I just got moral checked.
Or the eye patch.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo. Well. Man, I'm excited. This is what, our third week in Oktoberfest?
Yes, third week of Karbachtoberfest.
The first annual
Karbachtoberfest.
That
is correct.
Since those Germans, had to.
I'm a little surprised the
Germans,
just threw in the towel on Oktoberfest.
If they would have only thrown in the towel on earlier things. Sorry.
All right. So, speaking of Oktoberfest and German beers, we got some.
Well, hold on. We haven't actually announced it yet.
Oh, all right.
You are tuning in to the third week of the first annual Oktoberfest. We didn't actually do the formal announcement.
I thought we did it. But
no,
whatever, man. It wasn't
no, because I want to be able to have the.
It's fine.
I want to have the fun music in the background.
Yeah, we'll get the music. Yeah, we got it.
So that
we'll do the chicken dance.
Yeah,
have a good time.
The Oktober dance.
Yeah, I got my lederhosen on. And actually, I don't, guys. I just can't see it great. It's really weird looks when I said I'm wearing my lederhosen. No, don't look under the table.
First off,
Scottish too.
First off, I don't know why you're wearing lederhosen and a kilt. But second off, I did see something that you may want to go and talk to your PCP about.
I feel pretty.
Oh, you feel pretty. All right. So first up in the. I'm surprised you didn't wait till I was.
I know. It was the moment thing.
So first up in this week's. You just started thinking heat of the moment?
No, not at all.
Why aren't you checking him? Is it because you're eating tacos?
Yeah, I'm not being inappropriate.
I wasn't being inappropriate whenever. Okay, first off, it wasn't my fault that the Overlord went into that church.
Yeah. All right, come on. So let's talk about the beers here.
All right, beers. According to our...
that is the plural. Look it up.
According to our Bavarian Honky Tonk Bar Association morals over here, beers is the proper way to say it. But so the first up, we got from Tupps Brewery in McKinney, Texas, their Oktoberfest Martzen style ale. Dude, this can is dope.
It is. I mean, it's a flat black, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, but did you notice the foam?
Yeah.
On the mug.
Yeah, it's slick.
The foam looks like the state of Texas dripping down it. I mean, this is a pimp can.
Yeah, it's got the lesser coat of arms on there, so that's pretty cool.
I don't see a crest like the other ones had though. Did you find one?
I think they just kind of went with the whole. It's got the wheat wreaths and stuff like that.
And the Bavarian coat of arms.
I think they just kind of kept it simple with the artwork they had on there because that hand with the mug is pretty cool. So
that is really cool.
And it's not a pine; it's a German mug, so that's kind of cool. So
and it's a 5.5. So literally, once again, to remind everybody, we're not comparing high ends to low ends. This is an apples to apples, pumpkins to pumpkins.
To Except there are no pumpkins
Not
or apples.
Well, you're a pumpkin and an apple.
I just thought I'd point the obvious.
You're an obvious. So anyway, so this is a 5.5. I'm gonna say right now, dude, this is probably one of my favorite cans that we've seen ever.
It's cool. It is cool. It is very cool.
And I mean, it just looks.
I think it's the only one anybody actually went out and had artwork made for it.
More than likely, yeah. So I'll tell you what.
Open it up.
Let's get to this. Let's get to the Sleepy Joe Biden sniff test. Nice sound.
Got to do it like you.
Oh, man.
Smells like beer.
This one just, it smells like a dark beer.
It smells like beer.
It doesn't smell like real citrusy.
No, it didn't have any of the similar to the other Oktoberfest that we've done. So
tell you what, let's give it.
The pause in the city
we're using the pause in the city glass for this one.
Oh, wrong can.
I'm definitely giving me a little bit of head this week. I gave me no head.
In the shape of Texas.
I gave me no head 1 week. 1 week I got a lot of head. So I'm just going to kind of go in the middle and get medium head this week.
You know, I usually find that people who lie about those things or typically talk about those things are typically lying about it.
No, you can see it right here. Oh, I'm talking about the beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
cool.
see, I mean, you have.
Because I've known a couple of guys who are like, oh yeah, man, it was a wild night last. Like, no,
you have almost no head. But if you look, I've got
Netflix
a nice thick head. See, no head, nice thick head. I purposely poured it that way.
Almost.
Yeah. How did you almost break your own rules
almost
again?
did. You were talking, and I got distracted because the beer winked at me and said, "Hey, drink me."
You thought it was a still reserve, didn't you?
Oh no, that is.
You were at the Overlords, and you thought it was.
That is for the Overlord and his victim.
How does he do that?
Or dates, however he calls them.
How does he do that?
I don't know, man.
He said he posted a picture earlier in the week that he was drinking. I don't know.
I don't know. I think his liver cries every time he does it, though.
I think that. You know, we should make a song. It was like a parody of when doves cry, but make it when livers cry, and just make it a Still Reserves theme song.
Something in the background. Please help me, sir.
Well, dude, I mean, the one thing I will say about this,
it looks great.
It looks great. Now, the color is to me is almost like a Shiner Bock, not quite as dark.
I don't think it's as dark.
But if you look. It's more milky, like it's cloudy.
It's definitely got it's got that good Oktoberfest.
It's almost like a combination between like a Bock and a Hefeweizen. By
Dependopotamus.
The bugger.
The bugger.
I mean, it's like right in between a.
Sure.
It's like right in between the, like a. What was the one that we had 2 weeks? Don't you dare take a sip of that yet. Nope. After the hyphen,
one we couldn't
Stoffen.
pronounce.
Nope. After that one, it's the color of the roar.
Yes.
So it's like the color. Don't laugh at me. It's the color of the roar.
Well, I'm predicting this is going to taste delicious.
But it's more cloudy.
I wiped the foam out of my mustache.
It's more cloudy, like especially if you like hold it up to the light. So I'm kind of curious because it didn't have
light, Caroline.
Don't go into the light, Caroline.
Can we drink it now?
No, you got to talk about the next one.
Oh, dude, fine.
My God, this is our own show. How do you?
So the next one.
Forget the clucking rules.
I don't know. Karbach Brewing Company out of Houston, Texas.
Karbach.
Out of Houston, Texas. This is their Karbachtoberfest. So they've named it after themselves. They're so proud of their Oktoberfest beer. They're naming it after themselves.
I'm calling it now. Either this thing's going to be amazing, or this thing's going to taste like just absolutely clucking horrible.
I don't know. I mean,
although it does say recycled, damn it, on the can.
Oh, okay. Well, they're a little angry down there in Houston. I mean, but if I lived in Houston, I'd be angry too.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, how would you feel living in the armpit of Texas?
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible down there. So, but we enjoy.
But I do like J.J. Watts. I mean, he was down there for.
He's
a long
not down there
time.
anymore. So
he's not down there anymore.
He's a great guy.
But I did like him while he was down there.
I don't know if they're doing anything anymore since he left, and they still got a team. I don't know.
I
Anyways, we'll keep it up. We don't want to beat up on our Houston, our beloved Houston Texans down there. So even though we're cowboy country, so how about you? Yeah,
I don't know. I've always been a bit of a Houston Texans fan.
really.
Man, they came into the league whenever that whole Quincy Carter thing was going on, and he pretty much said I'd rather do cocaine than play football. And I got so sick and tired of it that I started following the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Plus, you have to admit their logo is iconic.
It is a great logo. They definitely had the edge on it.
It has that spirit of Texas in it. So
yeah, they had the
I don't hate on my Houston Texans.
Yeah, so they got the colors, they got the Longhorns too.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's a good call for them.
It has a Lone Star as the eye,
but it has nothing to do with this beer, which is 5.5%. So, let's see what else can we say. It says a Texas cheers to German beers right here on the can.
Points off for bad.
Other than
rhyming.
the lesser coat of arms, I'm not really digging the can. It's just a plain white can.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like those cans that just say beer,
Yeah.
and they put a lesser coat of arms on it.
Yeah, it's like this one should just say.
You know what? Let's crack it. Let's crack it open. Let's give it the Biden sniff test.
Oh.
Now it had a better sniff presentation than.
Yeah, sorry, this one I had to sip this one. It was going everywhere.
It's got a better smell.
I don't think it does. I mean, it's
Well, let me
just like
rephrase. Maybe not a better smell, but it's more aromatic.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's pour.
Let's pour.
Let's pour.
Heat of the moment.
Now on this one, I'm not giving me much head.
Well, I'm getting a lot of head on this one.
Well, I said that, and then it turned into a lot of head, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, wow, this is really, really foaming.
Dude, they're almost the same color, but they smell completely different. But this one's not near as cloudy.
It's the humidity down in Houston.
That's what it is. You know.
Oh.
Does your cup runneth over, Rooster?
Over.
Right there. Grab the red Rooster towel of madness.
Sorry about that.
That's what she said.
A little malfunction going on.
Actually, that's what he said.
A little malfunction going on here. All right, so
Are
we're
you
back
used to,
good.
you used to that happening? Little
Yeah, every
premature
once in a while.
overflow?
Yeah.
Having to towel it off?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, it's just getting
Huh?
a little excited.
It happens.
Yeah. All right.
You know, even some of the greats say, men are like Roman candles and women are like diesels. So
So the beer.
the
The beer. So we ready? You want to try the Oktoberfest now?
you know what? You and I have chosen every single week which one we're going to choose first. Let's let the morals choose this week. Which one we're going to sip first? She chose the Tupps from the Pause in the City. So, you know what? Hold on before we do. Got to get the timer out. Let's get our Are you seriously you have it like quick drawn. It's like at your lips. You're ready to go.
I'm like, when the sprinters, they get in there, they get in the little shoot thing going, and they're ready to start running as soon as the pistol goes off. That's me with the beer here. So
At this point, I'm taking my time just because I cluck and can.
it's all right. I can start singing again.
What are we going to sing?
I have no idea. No idea.
All right, so
Maybe Southbound 35 by Pat Green, since we're talking about Houston.
So the first topic that was brought up was about the In-N-Out burger. So before we get into it,
In-N-Out burger. Yeah.
So before we get into
like
it,
some burgers.
let's get a little bit of Clucktober clinkage going
There
on.
we go.
Hold on, here we go. Get the morals.
Morals is really, really taking her time on
she
this
is.
one. All right.
Oh,
That's
really good.
That is really good.
All right. That's
That's a good one.
wow.
Yeah, that's
I
way
was
better
not.
than I thought it was gonna
That
be.
is way.
Yeah. So
We made
that was a good call.
out of
on
the
that one.
past 3 weeks.
This might be our top one so far.
I actually think I like it so far better than the Heffen Steffen Schmeisten.
All right. So yeah, it's really good. So let's get going on the In-N-Out burger. So I'll
Timer started.
All right, so I'm going to lead this off with just a simple quote from their CEO, or excuse me, their chief legal and business officer, not their CEO.
That's really good.
I guess it'd be their CLBO. It's just making up.
Are you just making up acronyms? This is
That's what's on the thing.
This is their
So anyway,
KFC,
here's their
NBC,
quote.
AT&T.
Here's their released statement. We fiercely disagree with any government dictate that forces a private company to discriminate against customers who choose to patronize their business. This is clear governmental overreach and intrusive, improper, and offensive. Hallelujah. Amen.
You know what mystifies me about them coming out and saying that? They are from California.
Must be more in California or somewhere in Bakersfield.
Or maybe out there.
I don't know. It's not LA.
Somewhere out there
San
in the
Francisco,
Sequoias or something.
But yeah, I mean, and
Great
so,
redwoods.
so for those of you who don't know with the In-N-Out, I know we let off, kind of left the quote, and I just kind of wanted to leave that impression. So In-N-Out is kind of come under fire in a couple of counties in California right now. They're
not
fines.
kind of under fire. They are under
They
fire.
received fines because they were refusing to enforce the vaccination mandate and ask for that passport and proof of vaccination and all that stuff. They're like, dude, we're slinging burgers. That's how this works.
No bacon on those burgers.
No bacon on those burgers. I mean, but all I can say is I've had an In-N-Out burger. I'm usually more of a Whataburger guy, but I've had an In-N-Out burger, and it's a good burger.
I've had In-N-Out.
So obviously,
I'm always lean Whataburger.
their secret ingredient is liberty. Some people cook with love. These guys apparently are cooking with liberty out there.
You want some freedom fries with that?
Well, they need to work on their freedom fries, because if you don't eat those fries in the first 30 seconds after you get them, they tend to kind of get this weird
go
cardboard.
sideways. Yeah.
It's not the same. But yeah, man, kudos to these guys. I'm proud of you, In-N-Out Burger. So you need to lead the way as far as businesses
there's
go.
more businesses and there's more people coming out saying that they're not anti-vaccine. They're anti-mandate. They're anti-government overreach. Well, did you hear about Travis Tritt this week?
I did, where he started canceling venues and things like that.
Yeah,
they require the mandate. He's
he
like, I'm
started
out.
canceling shows at venues that were requiring vaccine passports, vaccine cards, mask mandates, and it wasn't the fact that he was mask, anti-vaccine. He was anti-mandate. So I'm pretty sure that
I wonder if he got into some TROUBLE there.
See what you did there.
Yeah, it's like a Travis Tritt dad joke.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he just told those venues that here's a quarter, call someone who cares. Call
someone who'll listen
and
might give a damn. Everyone
yeah. So, I mean, and it's.
I
one
apologize
of those,
for the bad singing. I'm not a vocalist.
neither am I.
Yeah.
But you know what? But it's getting to the point now where that we're finally, just like in Italy. Did you see all the protests in Italy?
Yeah. So
Like everybody in Italy is protesting these green cards, not the green cards, the green pass.
Yeah.
They were calling them green passes. Where that, it's about this vaccine mandate, the vaccine cards.
And the government was so worried about those protesters that they were showering them with fire hoses to knock the COVID right off of them so they wouldn't spread.
You know what? That's exactly what it was.
You gotta love a government that loves you, loves its people.
We care about you so much. We're going to hit you with these water cannons.
Yeah.
That we're just going to wash the Rona right off you. I guess that would leave you a little prickly on the outside.
More chafed on the outside. There's a reason we don't do those things in the United States.
But it's going right back to, we're finally seeing people that are just saying enough's enough.
Yeah.
And I've got some people that are very anti-vax. I've got some people that are very vax mindset. And at the end of the day, the majority of the people that I know, they can put aside their personal beliefs. What they don't like is the fact that the government is telling you what you can and can't
and that's
do.
Where
and
I'm
that's
at.
what it's about.
And that's where I'm at with the whole vaccine thing. I mean, I've got my opinion on the vaccines, and I've got my opinion on the choice, and it needs to be a choice. But I like your point. I know I have friends that are like, you're literally killing my child. Okay, no one is killing your child. You didn't even ask me if I have the vaccine.
Not that I couldn't kill your child.
Said,
timer just went off. Timer just went. I won't finish that joke.
Yeah, no, that was a bad joke. The morals wasn't around for that one.
Well,
so.
thank God. Man, I like this one.
This is a great beer.
I seem to have got your glass from last week, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Mine's leaking, I think, so.
Man, that is just so flipping good.
That is a really, really tasty beer. So, thank you.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that the Morals,
I got to
whenever she
save a
came
little
in a
this
few
last
weeks
sip so we
ago.
can go back.
Hey, you know what? This is our last week before the countdown to Oktoberfest winners. There's at least 3 more in there.
Cool.
If we have to split a couple, I'm not going to be upset.
Oh, darn.
Oh, darn it.
All
Golly dash
So,
doggone
you
it.
want to take a drink from the second one, or because we got to get the second one because I'm almost out of the first one. So,
Yeah. Well, like I said, let's get to this Karbach.
all right.
I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of
I'm already biased at this point. So.
yeah. So let's Oktober clinkage to the Karbach out of Houston.
Here's you, Houston.
Well, it's
beer.
it's got a good color.
Yeah, it's good color. Got alcohol.
So I'm going to go ahead and call it. I don't even.
Oh, we haven't gone back though. Man.
Okay,
Gotta be
you
fair.
know what? Fine.
So let's get another episode in,
I always
and then we'll
bust.
go back. Let's get an
I
episode
always
in.
bust your cluck for
Yeah,
trying to do
let's-
that, so that you can bust my cluck for that. All right. So second topic. What was the second one that most people brought up this week?
So
Gas
second-
prices.
Gas prices.
Gas prices.
Those funky prices. Gas prices.
You know what?
I'm in a musical. Kind of thing, so.
You are in a very musical.
I know.
mood.
I just don't have any talent. Is the problem.
No, you got talent. Maybe not in music, but
Well, thank you.
you got
It's the leader
talent.
goes in it.
Hey, $20 is $20.
All
All
right.
right, so we're starting this off. All right, so first off, this is clucking ridiculous.
It is. It really
This
is.
is absolutely clucking ridiculous. Did you realize that in some areas it went up? I'm not handing you.
No, I see that. I see that.
It went up 20 cents overnight.
Well, I guess if you're trying to hit a record, that's a good thing, right?
Well, we are building back better. Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah. So it's the highest it's been since 2008, or 2008.
Yeah.
I think was the
July. I think it was July of 2008.
So
yeah.
I just gotta ask.
In July of 2008, it got up to $4.11.
Well, I gotta ask. Who was in charge in 2008?
Come on, man.
Oh, well, that'd be the Obama administration.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't Joe Biden. He had nothing to wait.
Wait a
Wait a
second.
minute. Wait a minute.
Who was the vice president?
I think he was Joe Biden. I mean, I think Biden really just likes high gas prices. He looks at low gas pumps. It makes him sad and sleepy. And he's like, you know what?
If this was a little bit,
If it was more expensive, it'd smell better.
okay. See, first off, I don't want the Kmart version of Polo. I want the Ralph Lauren version of Polo, and that's what I want to sniff.
Yeah, I mean, he just, I don't, man.
But like,
It can't be a
In-
coincidence,
in,
though, that with the 2030 deadline coming up on the no emission vehicles.
yeah, and how 98% of the
I
vehicles
think
are.
it really feels like he's just trying to force us into buying these emission vehicles now, or to make it to where we don't have a choice because we can't afford gas anymore. So let's buy one of these super expensive crap cars that are made by somebody other than Tesla because that's the people they didn't bring
and
to
it's
the
amazing
table.
because Tesla is the only car company, or let me rephrase, the only electric car company that actually has a recyclable battery.
It's weird. It's weird. And
he's like
they
the
got
leader in
weird
the
tire thing where you don't have to change tires as
Yeah.
often. And
I mean, it's.
yeah.
I mean,
there
so
you go.
Moral just brought up a good point. How we have to be more dependent on the electricity grid, but who has access to our electricity grid now?
China.
But that's weird because who did we just get through doing this energy bill with that we're going to get the electric batteries through?
China.
And who just reestablished the Silk Road whenever they sided with the Taliban in Afghanistan, which has a lot to offer in terms of lithium cobalt.
I got that one too. China.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like China's calling the thing. I wonder if China's making sure they're setting a little bit back for the big guy.
Which big guy, Hunter or Sleepy Joe?
That'd be Sleepy Joe. Hunter's.
Because, Hunter and Sleepy Joe still
You know,
they
it's
share
weird
a
because
they
you know
share
what's weird
bank
about that?
account.
If you really think about it, so Joe is sleepy. But Hunter's probably running laps with all the cocaine he's got going through his system.
Or he's passed out.
Yeah, one of the two. I don't know.
But artists.
I don't know what drugs he did. So
artists are always troubled, though.
Artists.
Look at some of your
I
great.
think the word you're looking for is money launderer.
Look at some of the great artists. It's morals.
Yeah.
Morals just gave us.
He's back on topic here. So sorry about that, guys.
But yeah, so that was actually one of the questions that got brought up to our wonderful press secretary about the increase of gas prices, and that literally there are some people now they cannot afford to go to work.
And I remember back in 2008 during the Obama administration, I had employees that were literally having to use sick days and vacation days because they couldn't fill their car up to get to work. It's just one of those really sad things here in Texas. We have public transportation in Dart, but it barely covers a fraction of where you need to go. I think
at the latest, and I could be wrong in this, but I think the latest DART thing it only covered like 18%.
Yeah, it gets crazy. But I do have a really important question about the low emissions or no emissions vehicles. What is NASCAR going to sound like if you go to the racetrack?
Oh, I got it. Choose me.
Madman, go ahead. Wow.
And they're off.
You know what?
Timer just went off.
There's no covering up the chant on that. Let's go, Brandon, with the car sounding like that.
Start your engines.
Oh, okay.
How are they going to charge these things? Are they coming for pit?
Slowly.
Slowly.
You know what? They're probably going to use those diesel-powered
There's nothing sadder than
electric generators.
There's nothing sadder than seeing an electric car station to recharge your vehicle with a diesel generator that holds 2,000 gallons of diesel fuel.
Oh, my God.
And I'm not anti-electric car.
No, I'm not.
I'm just, you can't force something that's not working the way it needs to work right now.
Do not tell that to the overlord.
It's just not there yet. yeah, exactly. The overlord, you don't want to tell him not to force things. That's kind of his thing.
So,
anyways,
all right. So, what do you think about this one?
It's beer. It's probably a good Oktoberfest.
Did
beer.
you intentionally? So this question is directed to the morals. Did you intentionally choose like these two to be the last, knowing how they tasted? Have you had either one of these before?
Oh, so she set us up.
Oh, so she set us up. She's nodding her head and smiling.
And I'm sure
this was a setup.
And I'm sure if we did this Karbachtoberfest compared to say like Budweiser, it's probably a really good beer. But in Oktoberfest beers, it's a swing and a miss.
You know what I love that you just said? Beers.
Yeah.
Beers. I think she's going to kill us.
Probably. Hey,
that was completely uncalled for.
That's not nice.
Yeah, and don't leave yourself a note.
All right, so you ready to go back?
Do you want to do the side by side now? Or you want to wait till after?
Let's do the side by side now. Well, maybe we should do.
Maybe we should fill this one up first.
No, let's go. Let's get.
Maybe
to the
we
third
should fill this one up first.
I'm going to go back.
I'm going to go back. I'm just saying that maybe we should put more in this one.
Oh wow!
Wink, wink.
Do what you need to do, man. That's a good beer. So yeah, I think it's an easy call. It's early in the show, but it's an easy call. But
I called it earlier.
But Tupps, you're the winner. I didn't. I admit I didn't have high hopes that Tupps was going to be the winner, being out of McKinney, Texas. I've had some beer out of McKinney before, not from this brewery, and I've just not been super impressed. So
I'm impressed. This is.
But we're talking back into the days when they used to Collin County Gold. Yeah.
Like early 90s?
Yeah, early 90s. It wasn't
Wow.
good stuff, but it was cheap.
Like Michelob, like High Life cheap?
Yeah. There was some High Life, some Red Dog, the Plank Road Brewery stuff.
Oh, dude, Plank Road. I haven't heard of that in forever.
That was some premium stuff when you're broke.
All right.
Next,
So,
you know what? Let's just do some follow-ups on this next
you know what?
one.
That sounds good to me. Timer started. Follow up.
So the $3.5 trillion.
Excuse me.
$3.5
no,
trillion.
Wrong.
Well, it's now down to
$2 trillion. You know, just $2 trillion.
Just dump $1.5 trillion. What's that really going to do anyways, right? So, and it still doesn't look like it's got support from the Democrats or the Republicans. So they think they're getting closer.
That's because it's clucking stupid.
It is so clucking insane. You know, but one of the things that in there that also they're ready to talk about is that $600 annual spending part where it requires your bank to send all the information to the government about if you ever have more than $600 worth of transactions on an annual basis on any of your bank accounts. That includes Venmo, PayPal, any of those other things. So that has that's made everybody upset. That, yeah. So now Biden has decided, okay, I only want to know about people who have made more than $10,000 in a year.
10,000.
Yes.
Isn't that still below the poverty line?
Yes, it is. It is still below
all right,
the
just want to make sure
level.
that I was on the same. Just want to make sure I was on the same.
Yeah, but he had a little caveat on there. That says that, unless but he doesn't want to look at if you're getting a corporate paycheck. So rest assured, America, that only 50% of you living below the poverty level are going to be audited on a monthly, weekly, daily, whatever basis by your government because they think you might make too much money and you're trying to cheat them out of theirs. I mean, what happened to the whole tax the rich thing?
Well, you know what we do? It's really simple. First off, if we ever run out of money in our household, one, we just raise our own debt ceiling.
Well, that makes sense, yeah.
Two, is that we just start spending our neighbors' money.
That is the best decision I think you can make. When you start running out of money, just look to your neighbors and figure out how can I spend their money.
Yeah, and then because the fact that that we raised from 600 to 10K, most of the time we try to figure out ways to take money from homeless people, so then that way that they don't get. It's actually us helping them.
I mean, but think about that. You mentioned homeless. Homeless people, if you have a bank account, you're going to be looked at because you have too much money. Holy crap.
Which I don't really know. I don't really know how a homeless person would have a bank account.
That they're not spying on us today, that they want to spy us. We already know that they're looking at all our emails, all our communications, record all our phone calls, even listen to this radio show right now.
Which, by the way, I do have to say to the federal agents listening, I really like the way your glasses look, Agent Smith.
But I mean, they're in our
black,
school
sleek.
board meetings. They're listening. They're looking at everything we do. They look at our browser history, all that stuff. And now they just want to look at our bank accounts and our spending history too. I mean, what's the problem, right? I mean, they say they're taxing the rich, but yet everything they pass is to watch people way smaller than rich. Rest assured,
it's almost like that they are trying to do a further division.
Yeah, nobody living in that 1% of the financial means is in any way, shape, or form ever going to give up more money. They're going to continue to figure out how to take that money from people who earn lower amounts. That's how they got rich. They're never giving it up. They're never paying those taxes.
Maybe people
and
like
all
Jeff
of these
Bezos
politicians live in that 1%. So do we believe they're not really? I know I'm going on a tangent. I'm getting pretty aggravated.
You are. I like it. I like it when the rooster gets clucking mad. So, I think that whenever Jeff Bezos goes to hell, that maybe what he should do is work for the wage that he has his employees at, and the only way he can get out of hell is until he reaches what he's worth whenever he dies.
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure Satan will be on the take. So,
well, naturally,
and probably get air conditioning while he's
down
there.
So another follow up. Guess who still hasn't been to the border?
Oh, wait, I got this one.
Where in the world is Kamala Harris? I'll tell you where she was yesterday. Now we're recording the show on a Thursday.
Yep.
Guess where she was yesterday? Her very own surprise birthday party.
Oh, man, I bet she was really surprised.
She was so surprised that whenever she came into the birthday party with all the cameras rolling, she accidentally yelled surprise.
Oh, well, okay.
And I'm guessing that she looked up and she saw like Border Patrol agents and she was like, "Oh, surprise!" Timer just went off.
She sucks.
Oh, she sucks. This entire administration sucks. Now I know this is after our follow-ups, but I wanted to make sure that we gave a special section as a thank you and a God bless you to General Colin Powell.
Yeah. Shout out to, I know he's passed and, we lost him recently and he was an American hero. I know some people have, they've got their opinions on him. But although I never met the man, I did serve in a time where he was the Joint Chief and he was over the military when I was in.
The man gave his entire life
and he was
in service of our country.
He was a very blunt guy. He told it like it was. He had a lot of great quotes out there. I like to remember him as General Colin Powell, not Secretary of Defense.
Defense, yeah.
He was, to me, he'll always be General Colin Powell. He was one of the best generals that I ever served under.
Him and Schwarzkopf were an amazing team.
These guys.
He
was just an all around good guy.
I will say, as much as we are trashing this administration, and we're only 10 months in, and they just keep giving us.
Yeah, he's trying to set some records.
What Trump said that was a cluck move.
It was. He was absolutely wrong. I understand he didn't like the guy. The guy called him a racist.
But there's some couth that should be had.
But you know what, dude? Just shut your mouth. I'm going to say it right now. President Trump, shut your mouth.
And my mama said.
Thank you, Bobby Boucher.
If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all.
Yeah. Hey, General Powell was an American treasure. He was a hero. He was a man among men. We lost a great guy. When he passed away, we did. I want to say that he actually served since the 60s, didn't he? He did. He was son of immigrants, if I remember correctly. He served. He was a second lieutenant in Vietnam. He did some combat tours. Yeah. He was actually the youngest.
Wasn't he the youngest?
Reagan appointed him in the 80s during the Reagan administration into the Pentagon, and he was the youngest guy to ever serve in that one. Also, the first African American, but also the youngest officer to ever get appointed to those positions.
He was the youngest.
So, this guy was a true leader. This was a guy you would.
He was a true American.
You would follow this guy into combat any day. There's no better way to say one soldier to another is I would go to war with you any day.
I'd follow him in. The supermarket.
I hope he rests in peace. Prayers out to his family.
And it's one of those rare moments where that you don't realize how historical a figure is because you're living at the time they're living. But our children, our grandchildren, they're going to read about him, and they're going to read about the contributions he made, not just for people of color, not just for the advancement of what he did inside the military, but they're going to read about him as like a true American hero.
Yeah, there's some haters on that kind of stuff, and there's always going to be that stuff, and that comes
cluck them.
Yeah, and that comes with the office and the service and stuff like that. But he's always going to be a hero to me. Again, rest in peace, General Powell. You did a great job. You're a good man. Again, my thoughts are with your family at this point.
Prayers go out to your family, and God bless, good sir. So on a happy note, you ready to call it?
Yeah.
It's the Tupps.
So if you guys are looking for a great Oktoberfest,
this is probably my favorite that we've tried.
Man,
you know what I'd really like to do? I'd like to try to put
it's the best one we've done so far.
I would like to put this against the Waffensteifen.
Yeah, I think this is literally at the top tier of all the Oktoberfest beers that we've tried.
Yeah. I would put
something weird coming out of McKinney.
I really want to on top of our special one for next week. I really want to put this
special
against the Das Special. Yeah, I really want to put this against the Weifensteifen. Weifensteifen.
Yeah, just
say it again. Weifenstoffener. The burger.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I'm part German and I can actually speak some German and I have no idea how to pronounce this.
I speak a lot of German. Schnell. 9.
9.
Das Tank is kaputt.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
Yeah. You're not winning any points here, Schnitzelbrain.
Noel.
Man, yeah, but no, you're
Dunder Blitzen.
Did you seriously go Santa Claus on this?
Yeah, I did. But I said it the right way. Dunder. That's the German one. The American one is Donner. And that was actually a misprint.
Okay, I'll give you 2 points for that.
That's right. I am a wealth of useless knowledge.
However, I'm subtracting that 2 points because you brought up Christmas, not only before Halloween, but before Thanksgiving.
Why not,
the most
man?
underrated holiday ever. Everybody always
Have you seen the
skips
new
over
Halloween
Thanksgiving.
movie?
No, I heard it was horrible, though.
That's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's different. But, they've thrown the timelines and all that kind of stuff out, which is absolutely nothing to do with this show right now. So,
except for the fact that we're talking about it for your listening pleasure.
Because, John Carpenter's my favorite director, so he started the Halloween franchise.
I was kind of hoping that the new Monsters
except for the Rob
movie,
Zombie ones. I haven't. Those were not.
There was the first one was okay.
Yeah, he shouldn't redone them. The other ones are classics.
Well, you know that he's redoing the Monsters.
Yeah, I did, and his wife is Lily Munster.
And you know that it's getting an R rated.
Is it really? See, that's wrong.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be
wrong.
Yeah,
no, it's wrong.
I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to go.
I don't know. As long as somebody doesn't write it, redo They Live from John Carpenter, I'll be okay. Don't ever touch that movie. That movie is a cinematic masterpiece.
Things to do. Rewrite John
Do
Carpenter.
it. Can never replace Roddy Piper.
Oh, I forgot he was in that.
Rest in peace,
yeah.
Roddy. You're the man.
But yeah, Tupps Brewery clearly won this week.
So Tupps Brewery, we're way off on different tangents here, and that's because we're a couple beers in. But it's
Oktoberfest, and it's okay.
Picking the beers for this one. So
beers for this one.
She loves when we say
beers. She loves. Do you see it? Do you see that?
People probably get tired of our beers jokes.
People maybe, but I'm not, because I can look over and I can say beers, and I see the look on her face, and I make sure that there are no pointy, sharp objects within her
reach.
reach.
The Overlord out here to do one of these ones with us. I mean, I know he'll have a hard time with depth perception with that eye patch thing he's got going.
And I have to apologize for that. I didn't realize that there was
winning a truck stop,
$20 is $20.
Anyway, so let's go ahead and just wrap this bad boy up.
Yeah, so you've been listening to episode 27 of Whiskey and Wine. Third week of our first annual Karbachtoberfest. And thank y'all for listening. And remember, in a world full of chickens,
be a rooster.
You're listening to Whiskey and Wine. Thanks for tuning in to Whiskey and Wine with the Rooster and the Madman, where you can catch brand new episodes every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Deep Dallas Radio on Locked and Loaded with DJ Shane Guns.
Special thanks to our sponsor, GiftedChicken.com, home to all your beard, bath, and body care needs. Veteran owner-operator right here in North Texas. Remember to pick up a bottle of Overlord's Dungeon Oil. It's 100% all natural coconut oil.
Leaves you prickly on the insides.